I don't buy new cars, I don't buy brand names, I go to Goodwill for my clothes. I like to save money, I like to find bargains, it's the life I chose. I throw nothing away, I'll find a use another day for all this junk I keep. My neighbors all hate me, they abuse and berate me, 'cause I like doing it cheap. Yeah, I like doing it cheap. Welcome to another episode of Doing It Cheap. Well, how y'all doing? Today has been quite a day. I was going to demonstrate what I'm doing with that engine on that Swisher riding lawnmower, and on my way to the farm, lo and behold, roadkill. Now, Tennessee made national news a few years ago when the state legislators in Nashville actually made it a law on the books that you can keep and eat roadkill in Tennessee. So you hit a deer, you hit a possum, you hit whatever with your car driving down the road, as long as it ain't somebody else's cow. But you hit an animal driving down the road, you have a legal right now to pick that thing up, put it in your vehicle, take it home and eat it. Jay Leno made fun of it on his show. That was funny. Anyway, I was on my way to the farm this morning. I got about 1.5 miles from there when traffic was stopped. Front end of this SUV all caved in. I'm like, what the hell happened? A little old narrow two-lane road, and it wasn't until I got on up where a guy was directing traffic, he said, oh, she hit a deer. I said, oh. Hell, I pulled up the next driveway and turned around and I waited. And when the police had her pull off on the side road there, I went up there and asked him, could I have it? And he said, let me ask her, because in Tennessee, the person that hits it with a car is their animal. Anyway, she didn't want it. So, I got this deer. And the reason I'm telling you ahead of time is this video is actually going to show the skin off of the animal. It's going to show some steps in butchering. And if this type of thing you find makes you queasy or I don't know, if it bothers you, if it hurts your feelings, if you're offended, then skip this video. Just go watch another one I do, because this does have, you know, an animal being processed to eat. Okay, and after all, our meat in the grocery store doesn't grow in the grocery store. The milk that's in the cooler isn't made at Walmart. The steaks aren't made at Walmart. Neither is the hamburger meat. But there's actually some children out there that really think that their food comes from the market and not from animals. Anyway, just like I heard somewhere, some woman was raising Cain, says, you know, why do we have to have hunters? Why can't they just go to the store and buy it where it's made? Anyway, I just will give you a heads up on this video, and it jumps around a little bit, but maybe you can see a few things that might interest you. Anyway, here you go. Okay, let's see. See the blue lights? See the blood stain? So, There I was, minding my own business, driving down the road, coming to the farm this morning, and traffic was stopped. There was a highway patrol. Some woman's SUV, minivan, whatever you want to call it, was sitting locked up. I mean, it was bad. Whew. And she hit this deer. Well, in Tennessee, you can't get no more redneck than this, people. In Tennessee, it is legal to eat roadkill. And I'll be darned if I'm going to let that beautiful animal just rot on the side of the road and go to waste. Now, I wouldn't pick up one that had been, laying there in the hot sun for hours. But, I mean, this just happened. And not more than a mile and a half from here. So I run straight to Walmart to get a bunch of ice. I want to actually skin this thing and put it in a big bin. Anyway, you'll see what's happening. I don't want to talk too much. Don't want to run down my battery, and I want to get this thing chilled. So we'll be back. Whew. This thing may not look very big. By God, is all this fat man could do to get that son of a bitch in the back of that truck by itself. Whew. All right, right quick. Put me a 2x6 up here across these trusses. It's going to be on 4 trusses. The rope's going to be tied down here, so it's going to pull it down on top of that end truss. I've got a screw in here and a screw in there just to keep it from shifting. And I'm moving kind of quick because I don't want the meat to go bad. It is about 75 degrees here right now, or maybe 70 degrees, so we've got to move. So I'm going to throw rope around there, throw rope around his neck, see if I can hoist him up and drive out from under it. Alright, I've got him hoisted up, and I'm going to see if I can drive out from under him now. Or if I can set the camera right here on the truck. Hell, you put it on the tripod. That's what it's made for. Whew. The old boy's got a little odor to him, too. You would be, too, if somebody just knocked the shit out of you. Ruptured your guts. Whew. I ain't used to having to move fast. I'm old. That moving fast shit. Moving fast shit was a long time ago. Anyway, we're going to do a review on the SOG folding knife fielder, low carry pocket clip, texture GT handle, lifetime warranty, everyday carry, because I do not have a knife here at the farm to skin this thing, although a very good friend of mine that makes knives is going to make me a deer skinner. Ain't no telling what it's going to cost me. But I'm having me a #1 deer skinner made by a good friend of mine. I think he's some kind of a hillbilly out in Idaho. Anyway, it's a SOG. Oh, there we go, SOG. Made United States. I went, son of a bitch. That son of a bitch told me it was made in the United States. That motherfucker right there is made in China. That bastard. Damn, I don't leave this deer hanging just to go back to Walmart and raise hell. Motherfucker. I guess I'll just use the damn thing because he told me it's made in USA. And then whenever I get done with it, I'll just take it back to him and say, by God. Idaho Hillbilly, get me a damn deer skinner. Shit. Ugh. Alright, well, I'm gonna
gut this thing as quick as I can here. Get the guts in the trash bag, get this thing rinsed down, and get the skin in. Ah! I will spare you all the undelightful images. Well, I don't normally do this, but the bottom half of that deer, bless his heart, it was just, I mean, tore up bad, just like it exploded. So I'm cutting the hindquarters free from the rest of the deer in order to not contaminate my shoulder meat and back strap with all that bile and urine and feces and everything that's in the bottom half of that deer. So I took a hatchet, a little Harbor Freight. Took a little Harbor Freight 1 1/4 pound hatchet, chopped through its backbone there, so I separate the top from the bottom. Then I will get these shoulders cut off, get the back straps cut off, get them on ice, and then tackle the rear end. I thought I'd show you, for those of you that have never processed a deer before, his shoulders attached like this right here. And all you gotta do is just take your knife and work right in here, and this shoulder will open right up. And you can actually take that thing off. There's no bone to cut. Just that clavicle is what holds it in. And that shoulder is now off of that deer. Good eating right there now. Whew. I've got to get my sawzall out and cut these away. We're going to lay that. Show you that one more time. So that shoulder's in place, you just start cutting, and it opens up, opens up, opens up, opens up, and then you just cut it, and it'll lay right off of there. Alright, well, I gotta get that shoulder on ice. Back in the 70s, I used to be a taxidermist, and we would make gun racks out of the feet. Let's see if I can get you in there. Yeah. We cut that off right there, clean out all the tendons, skin it back. They actually make a form for it, but it's not necessary. You can just inject it formaldehyde. It would clean out that bone marrow inside that bone and stick a 1/4 piece of all thread in here. And what would happen, there we go. And what would happen is you put that all thread in there, and take some string and tie this back. And then let that dry. That all thread sticking out, then you stick it to a board and put a nut and bolt on the back of it. Anyway, I don't know if that's still popular or not. People making gun racks out of deer feet. Okay, well, both shoulders are now on ice. And now I'm going to harvest the most prized piece of meat on here, which if this was a cow, it would be called filet mignon. But as it is, we just call it back strap. And what it is, it's a real tender chunk of meat that runs right alongside of the backbone. Just right in here. And apologize, I've only got the one memory card. I'm away from home. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'll be cutting right alongside the backbone here. See that? And I'm actually going to cut that away from the ribs, similar to like a pork chop. And let me get that done, and then I'll show it. I don't know if you can see this muscle or not, but I'm running right alongside the right alongside the backbone. You see this right here? It's all boneless meat. I peeled away. You see this right here? This is like side meat. I peeled that away on this side, see, exposing the ribs, so I could show you this muscle. See my finger run right alongside of it there. That's your filet mignon. And whenever you get it about ready, it'll just start peeling out of there right off that rib. I don't like to waste none of that. Try to be more careful. Well, you ever hear everybody talk about deer tenderloin and biscuit? This is it. So I guess on a hog, it's tenderloin. And on a cow, it's a filet mignon. I guess they want to call it something fancier than backstrap, huh? Man, you're talking about some nice meat. Look at that right there. Man, that's nice stuff. Good looking meat. All right, that's your backstrap. That's your filet mignon. I don't know why that cut off. I'm gonna try it again. Anyway. This woman says, well, why don't, employee at Walmart, why don't you want to buy anything made in China? I said, because I'm a two-tour Iraq veteran, I'm retired military, I'm 100% disabled, service-connected disability. I believe in my country, and I want people in my country to have a job before someone in China. Don't get me started. Yes, people in China deserve to make a living too. But why would I want to buy this made in China by some kids when I could buy it in the United States made by Americans? And that's what I thought I was doing. And I have, in the past, I have sold knives made in China about this quality, and they only cost, wholesale was like $2 and a quarter. So to pay $14 this thing, you just don't get it. Anyway, I reckon it's worth what they ask for it if you just want a cheap ass knife. But I'm not happy because it's not what I thought it'd be. Okay, so I'm gonna take my deer carcass and offal out in the woods and let the local wildlife enjoy it. I'm not gonna bury it. I'm gonna let the wildlife enjoy it. They gotta eat too. Maybe they'll eat the deer instead of my damn chickens. And some people say, well, Bob, you're just attracting them. Whatever. I got 21 acres here. I find a corner to put them on, put it on, and you don't create wildcats. You don't create possums. You don't create, foxes and stuff because you have chickens. They're already here. Okay. The argument about chickens in your backyard. Oh, they're going to create problems. We'll have predators. What, they're going to hatch out the chicken egg? All right, well, I got to take care of this. I've got the meat on ice, and I got to get this to Walmart and get my damn money back. All right. Riddle. I swear to God, the people that watch my videos must be the smartest sons of bitches in the world. Y'all all answering my darn riddle. And, the last one was a boy and his daddy get in a car wreck, and the boy goes to one hospital, daddy goes to another. The surgeon walks in to the boy in the operating room and says, well, I can't operate on him. That's my boy. That's my son. Who was the surgeon? The surgeon was his mama. So for all you smartasses out there that got it right, congratulations. Good answer. All right. One more riddle. Let's see if y'all can get this one. This one I remember from about 50 years ago. I thought it was a good one. A boy goes into a store with a dollar bill. $1, 100 cents, 100 pennies, $1. Nothing tricky about this. He goes in a store with $1 and he makes a purchase, and that purchase tax included, everything out the door, the cost of his purchase was 49 cents. He gave the storekeeper the dollar bill. The storekeeper gave him his change in 2 coins, 51 cents. But one of those coins was not a penny. What were the 2 coins? Y'all have a wonderful day, and a better tomorrow. Bye.